Good morning, all. Welcome back to Physical Education Class 12th. I am Rishi Pathania, Physical Education teacher in Cambridge International School, Dusua. I hope you all are safe and healthy at home. Today, we will discuss about Chapter 6 Test and Measurement. Last day, I was discuss few tests for this chapter. General motor fitness. Borrow three items general motor ability. This test standing broad jump, zigzag, and medicine ball put. And the next test is Rickley and Jones senior citizen fitness test, chair stand test for lower body strength, arm curl test for upper body strength, chair sit and reach test for lower body flexibility, back strength test for upper body flexibility, 8 foot up and go test for agility, 6 minute walk test for aerobic endurance. This is all senior citizens test. But today my new topic is motor fitness test. My topic motor fitness test. The first meaning of motor fitness. It is a person's ability to perform physical activities effectively while playing sports or during other physical activity. This is the meaning of motor fitness. Again I repeated, it is a person's ability to perform physical activities effectively while playing sports or during other physical activity. This is the motor fitness. Next is method of motor fitness is the students should warm up before they participate in the test. All the students should be medically fit. Follow items are included in this test battery. First is 50-meter standing start, 600-meter run and walk. Next is sit and reach. Next is partial curl up. Next is push-ups boys. Next is modified push-ups girls. Next is standing broad jump and agility 4 into 100-meter shuttle run. Next, first test is 50-meter standing start. The purpose of this test is to measure speed and acceleration. Next, equipment of this test is stopwatch, cone, marking for track, flat surface of at least 70 meters and tape measures. This is the equipment. Next is procedure of this test is the student should stand on marked line in standing position. Hands cannot touch the ground. Second is she runs a single sprint over a distance of 50 meters and the time of recorded. Third is the participant should be encouraged to mention his her pace throughout the sprint. Next is scoring. The best time is recorded to the nearest two decimal places. After then rules, the participant should be allowed to warm up before the trial and should perform practice runs. Second is allow two trials all participants. Third is measures time from the first moment to when the chest crosses the finish line. Next test is 600-meter run and walk test. The purpose of this test is to measure endurance and aerobic fitness. Next required equipment this test is stopwatch, track or area marked 600 meter in track. After then procedure of this test is the student should run and walk 600 meter. After then scoring, the time is recorded in minutes and seconds and taken as a score. After then rules, walking is permitted what the object is to cover the distance in shortest possible time. Physical West test is designed to measure physical performance, particularly health related physical fitness. Its primary motive is to evaluate and improve endurance of the children. Next test is sit and reach. The purpose of this test is to measure flexibility of lower back and hamstrings. After the equipment of this test is box, meter ruler, tape and mat. After the procedure of this test is according to this picture, student removes shoes and sits on floor with knees fully extended, feet, shoulders width apart, and soles of the feet held flat against the end of the box. Second is with hands on top of each other, palm down and legs held flat, the student reaches along the measuring line as far as possible. Third is after three practice reaches, the fourth reach is held while the distance is recovered. Fourth is the purpose is to reach as forward as possible. After then scoring of this test is the distance is recorded in centimeters. Next test is partial curl up. Main purpose of this test is to measure abdominal strength and endurance. Next is equipment, flat surface and mat. After then procedure according to this picture. First is start by laying on the back with knees bent and the feet at about 12 inches from the buttocks. Second is the arms are extended and kept at sight. Third is the subject slowly lifts the shoulder and trunk upwards to around 30 degrees and touch his her knees with the hands. After then scoring, record the number of correctly performed curl ups within the given time limit. After then scoring, only one trial is permitted. Second is allow the subject to warm up prior to the trials. Next test is push-up boys. The purpose of this test is to measure upper chest and shoulder strength. Equipment of this test is stopwatch. Next procedure of this test is first the student should begin in a position on hands and toes with hands kept shoulder width apart and elbow fully extended. Second is now drop the hips until and shoulders, hips and knees are in a straight line. Third is while maintaining this position, the upper body is lowered so that the elbow bend to 90 degrees. Fourth is push back up to the starting position. This completes one push up. Next is scoring. 1 point is given each time when the subject completes a push up. Next rule is only one trial is permitted. Next test is modified push-ups girls. The purpose of this test is to measure upper chest and shoulder strength. Equipment of this test is stopwatch. Procedure. First procedure of this test is according to this picture. First, lay down flat on the floor on your stomach as if you were going to do a regular push up. Second is place your hands flat on the floor on where your elbows are up and outward at a 90-degree angle. Third is keep your knees on the floor as you push your upper body off the floor. Be sure to keep yourself as straight as possible from your head to the bottom of your spine where you are performing the push up, and do not forget to keep your elbows at the 90-degree angle. Next is fourth, slowly lower yourself in the same position as much as possible without your body touching the floor. After then scoring, 1 point is given each time when the subject completes a modified push up. Rules: only one trial is permitted. Next, seventh test is standing broad jump. The purpose of this test is to measure explosive power of legs. Next is equipment: mat, floor or outdoor jumping pit, and tape measure. Procedure of this test is according to this picture. First is the student should stand on marked line with feet close. Second is she bends the knee and swings arms before jumping. Third is a 2 foot take off and landing is used. Next is fourth, the student tries to jump as far as possible, landing on both feet without falling backwards. After then, scoring is the distance from takeoff line to the landing point in measured in feet and inches. After then, rules. First rule is allow 3 trials. Second is measure from the takeoff line to the feet or other part of the body that touch the floor nearest to the takeoff line. Next, last eighth test is agility 4 into 100-meter shuttle run. The purpose of this test is to measure speed and agility. Equipment of this test is 2 blocks of wooden and a stopwatch, and people must wear sneakers. The purpose of this test is to line which are parallel to each other are marked 10 meter apart. Second is two wooden blocks are kept on one side of the marked line. Third is the student should start opposite to the line where wooden blocks are placed. Fourth is on start the student run towards wooden blocks and picks one of them. Then she places the block on the line from where the test started. The student continues to run and similarly lift other block and place at starting line. After then scoring, 2 or more trials may be performed and the quickest time is recorded. Results are recorded to the nearest tenth of a second. Last is rule: allow 2 trials with some rest in between. Thank you very much, students. Any student who feel any doubt or any query, they can call me at my number. And again, we will discuss new concept in class of physical education, psychology and injury in sports. Thank you and have a nice day.